Hi, 4th grade, it's Mrs. Boswell, and we're going to be doing Module 3, Lesson 22, okay? And we're going to do place, value, chart, division, okay? And we're also going to call it check your answer. Okay, and on mine it will be on page 51 and 52 today. Remember, you can pause the video at any time to continue. Alright, so here we go. So let's review dividend divisor, okay? Our quotient and remainder. So we have the same example that we had the other day. We have 46 divided by 3 equals 2. I know that 46 is our dividend. Which number is our divisor? What would I divide it by? If you said the 3, you're correct. And now you can notice that my arrow's on the wrong way. So if you wouldn't mind pushing it back like that towards the 3. Okay. And we're going to say that's my divisor. Okay, my divisor. And over here, once I get my answer, right, we have 15 with the remainder 1. The 15 is our quotient. Okay. And the 1 is our remainder. Okay. That's just a little review from last week. So we are going to be doing Module 3, Lesson 17. And I just realized that I put Module 3, Lesson 22, but it's really Module 3, Lesson 17. Sorry for that mistake. We're going to be on our notes, page 1. It says our objective is I can divide numbers using a place value chart and standard algorithm. So that's what we're doing today, is we're using a place value chart and standard algorithm. This is really just reviewing what Mrs. Schumann showed us on Wednesday and Thursday last week. So I'm going to take this equation, 84 divided by 3. Well, before I get started, which number is our dividend? Okay, if you said 84, you're correct. Which number is our divisor? If you said 3, you are correct. Okay, so I have 84 divided by 3, and we're going to work on this problem. Okay, what am I putting up here in the place value chart? I am putting my dividend. Okay, so I'm going to make 84. So what number is in my ones place value? If you said 4, you're correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. What number is in my tens place value? The 8. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, when we're grouping, we want to keep them together. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now I'm going to draw that line to kind of separate it from our bottom. Okay. So what am I dividing it by? How many groups am I dividing it by? If you said 3, you're correct. So I'm going to divide this into 3. 1, 2, 3. So I have 1, 2, 3. And for me, I like to mark it. You have to decide for you what works best for you. But I know that this is my first group, my second group, and my third group. All right, so here we go. I'm going to start. Remember, when we divide, it's the opposite of multiply. We actually want to start in that bigger place value. So I'm going to start in the tens or the ones. If you said the tens, you're correct. So I'm going to take 8 and I'm going to divide it by 3. I'm going to divide it evenly by 3. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to take one off and draw it here. Take the next one off, put it here. Take the next one off, put it here. Okay, take the next one off, put it up here. Take the next one off, put it here. Take the next one off, put it here. But oh my goodness, I know I'm breaking this down into threes, but I have 2 left. I wonder what I can do with that. So let's see, how many times, so I know I have these 2 left, but I can't divide those evenly. So I'm going to have to carry those over into the 1. So I'm going to break those apart. I'm going to break these 10s and put them over here in my 1s. Okay, so here's a 10. I'm going to cross it off and I'm going to move it over here to the 1s. So I need to draw how many? 10. Okay, so I'm going to get a different color to help me kind of specify the difference. So I'm going to draw 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's one group, but I have another group, and I also need to move that over. So I'm going to bring that over here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's line those up. Sorry about that. All right, so I have 10 and 10 because I took 2 from here and I moved it over. So if you come over here, how many times was 3 able to go into 8? If you said 2, you're correct. Okay. And how many did I use? What is 3 times 2? 3 times 2 is 6. So I'm going to put a 6 underneath here and I'm going to minus that. So 8 minus 6 is 2. Now do you see where I got my 2 10s in there? Okay, so I still had 2 left. Okay, and now I'm going to bring down the 4. Okay, so I have 24 here, so how many should I have here? Well, let's count it. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. But I need to divide that by what? By 3. So how many times can that 3 go into 24? Well, I can come down here and do it. So I'm going to take 1, put it down here. Take 1 in the next column. Here, remember I'm grouping it by 3s. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Do I still have 3 more? Yep. 1, 2, 3. Did I divide those evenly? So how many times can 3 go into 24? Well, let's see. I put them in groups of 3. Okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 3 times 8 is 24. So here, why did I put the 2 here? Because I was dividing the 10's place value. Sorry about that. And so where am I going to put that 8? Oh, I'm going to put it up here. Okay, because 8 is in my 1's place value. Because what were my groups? There were groups of 8. There were 3 groups of 8. Well, 8 times 3 is 24. So I'm going to write a 24 down here. Okay, and then I'm going to minus that. 24 minus 24 is 0. Sorry, 4 minus 4, 2 minus 2 is 0. Okay, so what's my quotient? If you said 28, you're correct. Was there any remainders? No, not today. Not on this problem. Okay, but here's what we're going to do. Because I said today that we were going to do division with place value charts, but that we were also going to check our work. Now I know we introduced this on Thursday, but it's been quite a little bit since then. So let's use this thing that Miss Schumann taught us last week. When I do blank, I can check my work using blank. So what are we working on this week? Our main focus is, if you said it, division, you're right. So it says when I divide, okay, when I divide, I can check my work using, and if you've been listening, the opposite of divide is to multiply. Multiply. Okay, so we're going to think multiply to help us check our work. Well, what would I be multiplying? Well, if you said the quotient, so I'm going to take that quotient times 3. Okay, you can check your work. 3 times 8 is 24, so I'm going to write a 4. Carry that 2. 3 times 2 is 6. Plus 2 more is 8. Do I have any remainders? Do I need to add anything else? No. Did I get 84? 84 divided by 3 is 28, or 28 times 3 is the same as 84. Remember, I'm going to write this up here. I'm going to say 84 divided by 3 is 28, or I could say 28 times 3 is 84. Okay, remember, these are called fact families. This is a fact family. They're related. Okay, that's why we can check our work, because they're fact families and they are related. So when you divide, you can check your division, okay, when you multiply. Okay, so when you check your work, you're going to use your quotient times your divisor to find your dividend. So this is your quotient, your divisor, and your dividend. Okay? Kind of put those on there because that kind of helps you remember what numbers to use there. So this is my quotient times my divisor gives me my dividend. Okay? That's how I can check my work to see if I was correct. All right, we're going to keep going. We are going to try these next two. Okay? So this time we're going to do 62 divided by 4. So over here I have 62 divided by 4. Okay? Remember, we're going to use our place value. And remember, when we divide, okay, we are going to use this number 62. And what place value do we start in? We start in the tens. Okay? So how many tens do I need? I need 6. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. How many ones do I need? I need 2. 1, 2. Okay. I'm going to draw that line. Okay. I like to draw this over a little bit because it helps me know that this one is not part of my divisor. Okay. So now, how many groups am I dividing it into? If you said 4, you're correct. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how many I'm dividing it into. Remember, this is what Mrs. Boswell does. Do you have to do that? Nope, you don't. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take that and divide it. So I'm going to take 6 divided by 4. Or how many times can 4 go into 6? I want to think about that. So let's go ahead and we're going to cross it off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, do I have enough to divide those last two? I don't. So I'm going to regroup those back down into our ones. Okay, so I'm going to move those over here. And instead of, well, I'm actually going to head and draw those out. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Because how many 10s did I have? I had 2 over here that I had to move. Okay? So now, how many times did 4 go into 6? Just once. Okay? So what is 4 times 1? It's 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So 6 minus 4 is 2. Then I'm going to carry down. So I've just finished that 10s, and I'm going to carry down that 1's place value. So I have 22. Oh, how many do I have here? I have 22. 10, 20, 21, 22. All right. So now I need to see how many times can 4 go into 22. I already have an idea of how many can go in, because I'm thinking of a number 4 times something that would give me close to 22. And I'm going to tell you, I think it's 5. Let's see if I'm right. Okay, so here we go. Cross it off. 1. Cross it off. 2, 3, 4. And I can keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I keep going? 1, 2, 3. Yep, I can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, I have my 4 groups. How many are in each group? What did I divide it by? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, what number should go in my ones place value? A 5. Wait, Mrs. Boswell. Wait. You had these 2 left over. Let's see what happens. What is 4 times 5? Well, I've got 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, 20. Because how many times can 4 go into 22? It can only go in 5 times, right? So I'm going to do 22 minus 20, which gives me 2. So my answer is 15 with a remainder of 2. So my quotient is 15 and my remainder is 2. Because how many did I have left over? I had 2 left over that I couldn't divide evenly. Okay. So let's check our work and see if we're right. Let's see if 15 with a remainder of 2 is going to give us 62. Okay. So remember, when we check our work, when we divide, we use multiply to check our work. So our first one is going to be our quotient. So our quotient is 15 times our what? Divisor. And our divisor is 4. Okay, so I'm going to multiply those. Okay, so quotient times the divisor. 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, carry that 2. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 2 more is 6. It's 60, but that didn't give me 62. But don't forget, you have your remainder, and I've got to add your remainder. So here down here is your remainder. Now let's see if I get there. 60 plus 2 is 62. Did I get there? Did I get my dividend? I sure did. Okay, so I've checked my work. It is 62 divided by 4 is 15 with a remainder of 2. Okay. This process over here, as you've been seeing me work through them, is called standard algorithm. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and do one more problem before you get started. We're going to do 73 divided by 2. Okay. So our number is 73. So I'm going to draw 7 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And how many 3s? Or how many 1s? 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, kind of split my line off. I'm going to divide it by 2. So I've got 1, 2. That's my divisor. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to see how many times can 2 go into 7. So cross it off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Ooh, how many do I have left? Can I divide that one equally? Nope, so I'm going to have to move that over here to my 1s. So I'm going to draw 10 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So how many times can 2 go into 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sorry. How many times can 2 go into 7? 3 times. So 2 times 3 is 6. So 7 minus 6 is 1. I'm going to carry down that 3 because remember I started my tens place value. Now I need to see how many times can 2 go into 13. So here we go. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Ooh, I still have 1 left over here. Okay, so how many times did 2 go into 13? Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times. Well, what is 2 times 6? 2 times 6 is 12, right? If I count these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 minus 12 is 1. How many did I have left over 4th grade? I had 1. So my quotient is 36 with a remainder of 1. Okay, so now we're going to come over here and check our work. We're going to take our quotient times our divisor. Okay, so 36 times 2. Okay, 2 times 6 is 12. Carry that 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 more is 7. Did I get 73 yet? Nope, I forgot to add that remainder. Plus 1, so there's my remainder. 2 plus 1 is 3. Carry down the 7. 73. Did I find my dividend? I sure did. Okay. So 4th grade, one of the best things I really want to see and check today is to make sure that you're checking your work to see if you get that same dividend that we started with. Okay. You'll see if your quotient and your remainder are correct, because if these don't align, then our answer is incorrect. Good luck today.